This video is on authentication methods. Authentication is the process or action of proving or showing something to be true, genuine, or valid in order to get access to resources. There are multiple ways to authenticate someone or something. Multifactor authentication is when you use two or more factors to authenticate in a system. This includes things like something you know, like password or PIN, something you have, like smart card, token, or identification device, something you are, such as your fingerprints or your retinal pattern, somewhere you are based on geolocation, something you do, such as an action you must take to complete the authentication. TACACS Plus is a remote authentication protocol which allows remote access server to communicate with the authentication server to validate user access onto the network. TACACS Plus allows client to accept a username and a password and pass a query to TACACS Plus authentication server. Single sign-on is a technology which combines several different application login screens into one. With single sign-on, a user only has to enter their credentials only once, one time on a single page to access all of their software as a service applications. In Radius protocol, remote network users connect to their network through a network access server NAS. NAS queries the authentication server to get authentication, authorization, and configuration information about that remote user. In an LDAP authentication transaction, the user inputs their credentials via a system or application, which are then compared to those stored within the LDAP directory database. If they match, the user is authenticated and granted access. Kerberos is a computer network security protocol that authenticates service requests between two or more trusted hosts across an untrusted network like the internet. It uses secret key cryptography and trusted third party for authenticating client-server applications and verifying users' identities. The idea behind Kerberos is to authenticate users while preventing passwords from being sent over the internet. Local authentication is achieved with the same method used in the device for screen unlocking, such as passcode or biometric identifier. It's basically authentication done on local area. Device screen locking must be turned on for local authentication to work. The IEEE standard 802.1x defines port-based security for wireless network access control. As such, it offers means of authentication and defines the Extensible Authentication Protocol EAP over IEEE 802, which is often known as EAP over LAN. The biggest benefit of using 802.1x is that the access points and switches do not need to do the authentication, but instead rely on the authentication server to do the work. Choosing the correct authentication protocol for remote clients is an important part of designing a secure remote strategy. After they are authenticated, users have to access to the network and servers. Extensible Authentication Protocol provides a framework for authentication that is often used with wireless networks. It was developed in response to an increasing demand for authentication methods that use other types of security devices like token, smart cards, and digital certificates.